guys, welcome to Simproved, Forest speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build this traditional looking island cabana. It's very colorful, but also I tried to keep it very Solani-esque, so to speak, and it's going to be for a fisherman or an angler or any sim that loves to live near the beach and catch fish. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I started on a very interesting lot here on Solani, the new Island Living expansion pack world, and it has this sandbank basically only. And I thought this would be so cool for like a sim who is not that into going out and just spending tons and tons of very patient time next to the beach catching fish. And I thought maybe this is a more traditional approach for island living, so to speak, because I've seen some just building vacation houses. I mean, I have built vacation houses, and I thought, how decorational can we go with all the spandrels and all the friezes and all the decorations from this new pack, and see how traditional and how old looking kinda, you know, can you make a house look. And this is basically the whole setup of this whole house. So I started with a very symmetrical shape here, and this also helped me figuring out what I actually wanted to do. I knew, of course, I wanted to have a huge deck in front, and later on I will also put, of course, from debug, a fishing sign there, so your sims can fish right from their deck. And isn't that beautiful? So I thought this is like a cool idea, maybe for like a person or like a sim who is living on Solani for a very long time, over several, you know, legacies, and they inherit this tiny little house. I also thought this would be cool for your sims to skill up their fishing skill. So yeah, I thought that would be kind of interesting. As always, the roofing, we already know this from several of my houses that I built for Solani. I use the normal roofing and then the gabled roofs on top and make them really exaggerated and big to have this kind of tropical look that I've seen on some pictures, and I've also seen them referenced in some of the outer environment houses. You know that there are some houses in Solani that you can't build on, like it's not a technical lot, but it's somewhere deep inside the world somehow. And I thought, yeah, they have this too, so it seems to be like a tropical thing. Let's do this here as well. And this is what I'm going to do here as well. I chose blue again because of the ocean. And I thought maybe they have painted it later into a bright color. First, of course, I wanted to go with a, you know, like very rundown driftwood kind of look. But then I thought, hey, if I'm going to put friezes and spandrels, it's going to be looking a little bit more elaborate. So let's just go crazy and fun with the colors here as well. And it was really hard to do the friezes here because, yeah, friezes in The Sims 4 don't know where they have to go. Simply because I wanted to do the same thing that I did with the beach restaurant, the last video that I did, the last build. And I wanted to have the friezes from the Island Living expansion pack and use the spandrels from the Strangerville pack, because they look so cool together. I'm still such a huge fan, and I'm going to sneak them in so many of my builds. But yeah, please, if you have these two packs, just try it out. It looks amazing. Later on, I will just put in the friezes around the house. And yeah, also in front of the entrances, I will put the spandrels, so you have kind of lots of detail in front as well. Here you can already see me putting in the windows, which are also all traditional, all from the Island Living expansion pack. As I said, I wanted it to look like a tiny little hut kind of cabana thing, but also very decorated and very, you know my, like, if you know my whole channel, I can't hold back on the decoration sometimes, except maybe when I do modern builds. But if I'm going to do something like this here, of course I have to figure out how to get even more details on one tiny little house. So yeah, I also kind of think that the Strangerville windows there look really, really cool on top in the roofs there, and I think they look really cool. They are not very tropical. I think they're like more gothic Victorian, but they fit in the roof so well. So usually, of course, in a realistic build, this would not be as colorful and definitely would not have the windows on top in these roofs. But I just thought, hey, it makes so much, it just looks a little bit more comical and kind of like a, you know, like a Sims 4 build. As I always say, the Solani pack really gives you so much inspiration to figure out and like experiment with some colors. I'm kind of surprised that in the whole pack we didn't get so many pink objects. I know I've been complaining about pink and that there's always a pink swatch, and when there's not a pink swatch there's a white swatch. And that's not what happened with the Island Living pack. Some of these objects don't even have a white or pink swatch because finally they were listening to me. I don't know, but I was always so bummed out that we always, like every freaking object had like this fairy tale princess pink and white kind of color swatch, and finally we have like a pack that is a little bit more mature in my opinion. But yeah, I really like this. And I could experiment with the blues and the aqua colors as well. I really like the new fence. I put in the two new fences in there and kind of mixed them up to make it look a little bit more decorated as well. Of course, 2 lounge chairs are outside, and on the right side of the deck there will be kind of like a little living room-esque seating area, you know, just some armchairs, and that's basically it. I think I will also put like 2 plants in there, and then later on I will also put the fishing pond. So on the interior, I did the layout off camera, by the way, because it was kind of fiddly. I had like lots and lots of spandrels and freezes tucking in, and I had to fix that beforehand. But basically you have like a huge living room in the middle, and then to the left and to the right there are like bathroom, bedroom and kitchen. And we start with the bedroom, of course, because it's like a small tiny room. I just wanted to get it fixed. The ceiling lamps are, I think, from the cats and dogs pack, but they look like boys. I hate to pronounce that, but yeah, they look kind of fisherman-like, you know, and I wanted to have these reference to have it like a traditional kind of house, and I thought these are amazing. Let's just put them in. They kind of look self-made, made out of some kind of, I don't know, shell and some rope, and I thought these look really cool together. So I made them not putting in some end table lamps, but like some ceiling lamps, and I thought this look really cool and kind of mix it up a little so we have some more space on the end tables next to the bed. And also the bedding is kind of very interesting. Some of the bedding of this bed come in like really funky colors and funky patterns that don't look so tropical in my opinion. And they definitely don't match the rugs, which is weird. I was really looking for matching rugs, and we have the same problem later in the living room as well, because the rugs don't match, neither in color than in pattern. So I was kind of, this is interesting. Okay, let's make it work somehow. But yeah, the living room space is like a really open space, and I really enjoy decorating it because I really like this dark orange, brownish, reddish wallpaper here, which we already used outside as well. And I thought this looks really cool and kind of has a very cozy vibe again, because I've seen so many people like doing the light version of this, and I actually enjoy the reddish darkish colors here because it looks a little bit more tropical, more fitting this whole theme, I guess. And here you can already see that the rug is kind of very out there. And I like the swatch though, but like I said, no, not the bedding, not even the whole couches and sofas that came with the pack matched the whole thing here. And I was just like, why is that? This looks so weird. Why is that? Can please somebody explain from the design team what they were thinking about this, that they are not matching? But it kind of also makes it look really realistic, so I will not complain that much, I'm sorry. Yeah, basically I'm trying to use lots and lots of the island living things again, because they all really fit so well together, like I said in so many videos. And I think it looks kind of more interesting to mix it up with also the Caribbean update objects that we get for free for the base game, because they also fit. And like, I was thinking like maybe they were foreshadowing the whole, I mean, they must have been working on Island Living already when the patch came out with the free Caribbean objects, because they really fit into the whole theme. Of course, with some patterns that are very Caribbean. But yeah, I really like them and they really fit well together. So if you have the Island Living pack, they fit so well with the new, it's not that new, but like with the update, the Caribbean update stuff that we got, and also the outfits, of course. The kitchen is an open space, so to speak. There will be 2 sinks, a stove, and of course a fridge, so your Sims can live their normal life and cook in there and eat in there. And there I also put in like a table with some chairs so they can also directly eat there, because I forgot to put a dining table outside. I really wanted to have the lounge chairs instead of like a dining camping table for your Sims to eat there, and I thought, yeah, okay, let's put them there. It kind of makes more sense. And later on, over the table in the kitchen, I will also, of course, put my lionfish in there. So you can be happy about that. Since this was like a fisherman's hut that I had in mind, traditional fisherman's hut, island cabana, I thought it makes sense that they also have a fish on the wall. And the new lionfish, which is actually a scorpion fish or something, which looked totally different in shape and size and form than the lionfish, but I used the lionfish base to basically coax me or something to make me happy. But yeah, for me it's still a lionfish. So we have 2 lionfishes in the game now, and I love them, and I'm really happy that I could put in my mascot all over the place now, and that we have 2 of them, and one is purple, and the original one from Outdoor Retreat is like in this brownish gray color. I'm really looking forward to when maybe someday they mess up again and put like the lionfish in again in another color. Can I please have an orange one that looks like the lionfish that we all know and love? But yeah, that's just a suggestion from my part. So yeah, basically nothing fancy going on there. The bathroom has a shower and sink and a toilet. And after I've done all the rooms, I just basically started to clutter it up, put some lights everywhere, so the dark living room and, you know, the whole house is like well lit. And then later on I was thinking about putting some palm trees just in front, and I thought this looks kind of very boring just having palm trees. So later on I will also put like a camping table outside. See, your Sims can eat outside as well, and have a barbecue bonfire thing that also came with the island living pack. So your Sims have some outdoorsy activities there as well, and it kind of didn't take away from the whole traditional looking hut in my opinion. So yeah, also again, shout out to whoever made these palm trees. These are amazing. I love the new palm trees in the new island living pack. And yeah, they're just amazing. They look so much more realistic than the palm trees that we already have in base game. So I will just use them now forever and ever and cherish them. And I don't want to miss them in my game. Also, of course, as you can see, I already put a boat there so your Sims can travel Solani on the boat. I'm not sure if they can fish from the boat. I think they can. Maybe somebody write this in the comments, but yeah, help me out and clear this up. And here we are already in the video tour. So as you can see, there's a boat outside, the 3 fishing traps, the fishing sign directly on the deck, where your Sims can stand there and then just fish from the deck, which I thought is like a cool idea for them to, you know, experience the fishing, because I think near that place on that lot there's no fishing sign, so kind of helps the whole theme. Also love the whole lot, looking at these tiny little sandbanks with some palm trees, which is really, really beautiful. And I really like how detailed it is, again, because of all the friezes and the dormers that I put in there. You know, and like the different roofing, the different roofs that are stacked in one to another. And yeah, I really, really love the spandrel and frieze combination here. Again, I'm such a huge fan. I really love them. And the interior design is actually really cozy, as I said, because of the brownish wallpaper, and it all looks very traditional, very Solani, very tropical. And yeah, I really hope that you like it too, of course. If you want to download this and put into your game, I will put the download link as always in the video description down below. It's of course also up on the gallery. I think I called it different there, not sure. So yeah, follow the link that I put in the video description. It directly puts you to the gallery and you can download it there for free and do whatever you want with this whole lot. And yeah, that's basically the whole build, guys. A tiny little house for 2 Sims. I'm pretty sure you can also sneak in like a kid's room, so you can transform it into a family room maybe. But yeah, this is basically the whole build, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you are into Sims builds, and if you have any suggestions, of course, please write them in the comments down below. As always, I love to read your comments and your ideas and what you did with this whole thing. And yeah, follow me on Twitter if you want to keep updated on what I'm going to build. And yeah, this is basically it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.